I'm checking one thing. Okay, so I'm currently, y'all can see me, right? Hold up. Can you see me? I don't know. You can see me better on the game. So I have the whole entire thing pretty much screenshotted, well, pictures. In my Roblox game. It's called Clicker Simulator. I'm not the best and I'm not the worst, but another encounter has come up to me today. And I want to talk about it because this always happens every single time. And they're like, you can just say no and that would have had it, but you keep starting things. And I'm like, if I said no, you would have still attacked me, which exactly what happened. Like all I said was no. And then apparently me being homeless and me not having a life and me not even having a dad, my dad left for milk and never came back, all got brung up. Like, I'm sorry, but what? Their grammar was really off too, and it was just like, I can't do this with your grammar. I can't continue and continue and continue quoting you and you still saying I started it. But someone else had my back and was like, how did she, they didn't call me she, they called me he. How did he start it when you bring up the dad left the milk and homeless and playing the game 24/7? Like, he's like, what? Let's just see if they're still okay. So I don't know if I do have all of this. He for real said at one point, caption, what are they going to do about it? They can't do nothing. And if they do take my phone, they can't do nothing to me. That was still a struggle to read. Not me, dyslexic. He said, you didn't have to say anything else. All you could have just said no, and that's it. But you started this. And I'm like, didn't. And then Balaboya said, didn't. The person's name is Fat Cat Deshawn something. And then Bala person put, didn't you start it because he didn't give you gems by saying he has no dad, no life? And then Fat Cat said, oh, damn, you're right, sorry. And I'm like, I turned around and said, quote unquote, you have almost 1 million, so you don't tell me you have none. So don't tell me you have none. And he came back with, did I say I have none? No, I have. No, I have a little bit. This is impossible with your grammar. It was also quoted correctly because I have screenshots of everything. And he put tags and I said she, not he. Also, how did I start it when you started assuming things? Even if I said no, you still would have attacked me, which is exactly what happened here. And he said shut, space, 2 tags, space, 3 tags, space, up. And I said no with a smiley face. And he put tags and then said, yeah, I already said sorry, and now this time you're starting to back up again. So I said, you started this, LOL, quote unquote, boom, exactly, I need my fault, I don't play this game 24/7. You never said, aside from the doctor, you never said sorry, and there's proof of that. You're the one continuing besides the fact people want to know what happened. And he said, what the hell is, as in this. And I said, so I'm going to say from start to finish, or they can just add me on Discord. And I just send them the proof of what really happened. Again, I have everything recorded. So, and then he left. Okay, so, hold up. Oh dear. So I'm gonna start it. Shannon's playing Roblox with someone. I have no storage, so I don't know. Okay, so It started off with, okay, so he said, do you have gems that I can have for free because I have none? And then said again, once I transferred to a map, he went up to me and said, have gems that they could give me because I need more gems. And then to me, they said, can I get gems for free because I have none? And I'm like, you do have, I said dot dot, and then I said, you do have gems. And he's like, but it's only a little bit. And he's like, so yes, I do. I only have a little bit though. And I said, I only have 9 million, period. You have close to 1 million, so don't tell me you have none. He had 842,000 gems. And he says, did I say I have none? No, I said I have. No, I said I have a little bit. We need to read every word by word by word. We can't just skip it with the proper grammar. He said, so I technically didn't tell you I have none. And then boom, exactly. I need my fault. I don't play this game 24/7. And I quoted him, can I get gems for free because I have no gems? Quoted that from you. He said, cough, cough, like you. You play this game 24/7. Cough, cough. Again, I don't. I'm rereading that. You play this game 24/7. Cough, cough. Again, I don't. Because I have a dad to play with. Unlike you, you don't have a dad, so you can play with your dad. Ha. LOL. There's no periods. There's no exclamation marks. There's no question mark. There's nothing. So I said, and then Balboa said, then ask your dad for gems. And I said, replying to him, I forgot he even texted. I said, LOL, I don't. I just joined again yesterday. I stopped playing this game for over a year. Like I haven't played pretty much since the Halloween event of 2021. But I rarely played that because it was the same Halloween event for 2020. Bala said LOL. And then Fat Cat said, well, the human body needs to go to sleep. Well, the human body needs to go to sleep to stay alive. So who knows, the second you woke up, you started playing this game again. So you even said yourself, what time touch grass? And I said, learn how to work hard for your own gems like everyone else. Also, what does having a dad have to do with any of this? We all know I have a dad. Why do we know I have a dad? Because there's issues going on. Drama. My whole life. I don't go well with him. I don't call. It's confusing. But I switch off to his actual name, and then I never call my mom by her actual name. Sometimes, but it goes back and gets really annoying. He's like, "Oh, so we're switching back to my name now," and I'm like, my mom calls him Mark. That's his name because they're separated. Now the issue is, well, I have the option. I'm 16, and at this point, I feel like I should have the right to call him by his name to all the shit that I've gone through with him. Like there was many times where I would come home crying because of him. One time he slammed me on the ground in 6th grade. Wood ground. I had to go to the doctors for x-rays for my knee. I didn't break or tear anything. It just hurt like hell and swelled up. There were so many other things. It was all taken care of with CPS, so you don't need to do anything. It's already in the record. I said, any of this. And I said, I have a life and school. So, he said, I already told you I have a life. I have to do work. I have to do work with my parents because they're getting old, and then I have to go to school, and I barely even have like an hour to play, so stop the cap. This is the first time he's saying this, by the way. So that quote unquote, I already told you, you stop the cap. Someone else that said trading me. And he said, who, and then people were like, this kid really does not know like the meaning of no. And then he said, who does not know the word no, but spell does as DOSE. Now we're going back to where the his old caption. I already told you I have a life. I have to do work. I have to do work with my parents because they're getting old, and then I have to go to school, and I barely even have like an hour to play, so stop the cap. Pretty much saying he had a job. Later on, he said he had a job. You don't have a job if you spell does, DOSE, adding on to the fact your grammar is so fucking off. Then there's me without grammar, which that's on purpose. But your purpose, you can't spell things. So, I said, quote unquote, so stop the cap. I quoted him. What cap? What am I lying about? I'm pretty sure everyone has things like that. You don't know me, so you can't say how much I play and don't. I have a job and go to school. I play sports and so much more. I literally have school activities, after school activities too. I have a life, people. Have you not seen how my ceramics pieces in this house? I've been in choir my whole entire life. I have 3 choir performances in the next 3 weeks. I have one tomorrow, and I'm not even going home until 10 p.m. Oh, and my father keeps saying, well, it's 100% gonna rain tomorrow, so it might get canceled. And I'm like, can you like shut up? If you don't want to go, you don't have to go. I'm not forcing you to go. I don't even want you to go. And then he sits there telling me, oh, well, your aunt can't make it to tomorrow, but she can possibly make it to the others. It just depends how. It's like, why are you telling me this stuff? Just show up if you show up, and don't show up. And if you don't show up, if you don't think you're coming, don't tell me about it. If you possibly think you're coming, but more to the no side, don't tell me about it. Just surprise me when you're there. I'm not going to be disappointed. I'm just going to get even more pissed off. So he said, again, the same chat. Okay. And then he said, yes, see, I'm telling the truth. I'm being honest. And then they said, this guy has 100% never heard the word no in his entire life. And he said, who does? He does. I was like, and then I said my chat. And he went, who? And I'm like, you don't have a job, let alone you can't even spell quote unquote DOSE right. And he said, who asked? Excuse me? Honey, no, we're not going to play that. Who asked? Hold up, give me 2 seconds. Or I give up in life. And he said, did I spell? Oh. He said, nobody cares about what you have to say, so now go back to the streets and find whoever you're borrowing your phone from. How can you borrow your own phone? And also, I was on my computer. Like, this is me taking pictures from my phone. I was on my computer. Still am on my computer. He's like, cause you're too broke to a space FOR space the phone, and you're probably homeless. You can't even spell afford right. There's no space in afford. AFORD. Afford. Because you're too broke to A for the phone, and you're probably homeless. And then blow up said, if we broke, why you out here begging for gems? I don't want to hear it. And I said, imagine saying lies about your life when no one asked, then playing that card on everyone else. Who asked that you were taking care of your parents because they were getting old? Oh, right. No one. I can't even see this. Oh, dearie. Give me 2 seconds. The hell? There we go. And then so I said that, and he said, no one was exactly, no one cares. And then the next chat about you. And then said, and that is why you're adopted and nobody loves you and your dad left the milk. Balabo said, bro venting. Dog said, wait, what happened? What's happening? Fat cat said, awful thing, I feel bad for you. At least I have a dad, unlike you. Cough, cough. Dog said, why are you guys fighting? Bella said, this kid mad no one gave him gems. And he said, Fat Cat said, this person started it because I asked for gems and he said then get yourself inside. His grammar is giving me a fucking headache. Okay. I'm restarting it. Excuse me. I said, okay, so he said, this person started it because I asked for gems and he said, then get yourself inside, barely have at least 1 hour to play, 'cause I got to do work around the house. And then the next chat. And then the second he started talking back, then I'm let. And then the second he started talking back, then I'm let me argue, and I'm not going to stop until you stop. You didn't have to give me the gems at this point if you just stop talking, and then I would. Just stop. And then I quoted him. Hold up. And then I quoted, whoever you're borrowing your phone from, too broke to A for the phone. No one cares about you. I was trying to say, fix your grammar, but I couldn't. He was talking too fast. The chat was literally going up. I couldn't quote anything. And then they said, dog, where are you, cat? And I said, just add me on. I was like, LOL, I have the whole convo recorded. If the people that wants to know the truth, just add me on Discord. And it tagged, I was like, and it's just going to tag the app anyways. And he said, what are they going to do about it? They can't do nothing. And if they do take my phone, they can't do nothing to me. Who said anyone was going to do anything to you? Like, And then he put more tags. He put a whole paragraph of tags. Another 2 more paragraphs of tags. And then he said, "You're talking about next chat. People, next chat, wants to know about the truth. Next chat, what you mean?" And I said, "Here's this. He asked me for gems and saying he had none. I only have 9 million, so that was a no in the first place. But then I looked at the server leaderboard and saw he had almost 1 million gems." While trying to type the second part, he said, "You didn't have to say anything else. All you could have just said no, and that's it. But you started this." So I said, no, I said, yeah. Balboa said, "Didn't you start it because he didn't give you gems by saying he has no dad and no life?" And then he said, "Oh, damn, you're right." I said, "I turned around and said, you have almost 1 million, so don't tell me you have none." And he came back with, "Did I say I have none? No, I said I have a little bit. This is impossible with your grammar." And he said, "Shut, space, 2 tags, space, 3 tags, space, up." And I said, "No," with that 2 dots and then a smiley face, a side smiley face. Jesus heavens. And then I have a picture of both of the usernames. So the Fat Cat's username is FATCATDAYSHON on Roblox. And then Balboa's username is restarting. DOGESLAYER6. That hurt. I said no with the happy face, and he said, "Yeah, I already said sorry, and now this time you're starting to back up again." You never said sorry, honey. So I said, "You started this, LOL, quote unquote, boom, exactly I mean. My fault, I don't play this game 24/7. You never said sorry, and there's proof of that. You're the one continuing besides the fact people wanted to know what happened." And he said, "What the hell is this?" I said, "So I'm going to say it from start to finish, or they can add me on Discord and I can send them the proof on what really happened. Again, I have everything recorded, Flash." So, and then he left. Dealing with children for another day? Yeah. But an update in ceramics. I have that. My ceramics teacher is not freaking firing my pieces, but sitting here doing, and he's like, "Well, maybe there's not enough pieces." I'm like, he's sitting here after and after doing bisqueware and glazeware, and I have pieces in both, and he's not putting any of them in. But one of them I did today. So there's this. This is a Sgraffito effect. Can you even see it? Yes. It's a tree, by the way. Yes. I have a couple in my backpack and a couple beside my bed. So that's in the glazeware. Correction, bisqueware. This is in the glazeware because it's already glazed and it's done. I'm not bringing this one home. That's for Emma. I finally got the acceptance because I am behind. He let me know that I can just glaze them later and I'll just get points for them. While with everyone else, you have to glaze them. But everyone's already in front. I am like really behind because of the time that I take on my projects. So I can just get credit for the projects and I just continue doing it because the box project like set me behind 3 months. And one of my friends, Joanna, that was in there for extended time was like, "Oh, like 3 projects." No, it's over 12 projects and only 2 of my projects are home and complete. Yeah, it's kind of depressing. But the lid to the box is done. And I have a quiet performance tomorrow. Heavens dear. But aside from that factor, they're right here. So these are the ones I bring home. There's not really, it's like the same as the ones in there. Just only one of them is different because I actually started working on it. Oh my god, how do I get this out? They're weird. They're already completely dry, as you can hear. They're only in the bag just so they didn't clamp anywhere else. So this one's still completely black. This one's also completely black without a hole until the top for the ornament. This is also completely black but with the hole. And then this one is half. Yeah, there's a design waiting. I don't know exactly what design yet, but I shaved that off. And then there's. I'm too old for this. Okay, dear. Ew. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 more circles that are black with holes. A heart, a star, all with holes, a candy cane, a Christmas tree, and then one fully black without a hole, and another fully black without a hole. So I'm gonna go do these as my projects now because, well, it's mandatory. Okay, goodbye, people.